I always felt that I wake up happier, more inspired than when I wasn't doing that thing that I need to do. Because when we are not doing what we want to do for ourselves, we will be doing other people's things for their life, for their dream.
Hi everyone, welcome to Own Your Story. Our guest today is Elaine. She's an IT consultant turned artist. So today we are going to talk about her transitions in life, coming back to Malaysia to do art. Let's start with your story, like in Germany. Like you were there for 4 years and then you choose to ditch your career and come back to Malaysia. So what happened there?
So nothing much happened there, and that's the thing, nothing much happened there.
Maybe like we can talk about like how you got into IT and how art come back to your life.
My father always tell me that you only be known and or you only have be rich when you die. After you die, then that's the life of an artist. So I didn't actually pursue any art education. I grow my career in the IT line, and then I've done that for the past more than 15 years in IT, and it was very enjoyable for me too, because I was in project management and software consulting. So I would always pack my art tools with me whenever I travel to the work projects. And when I was in Germany, I had more free time because I think people in Germany, they are very good. They from 9 to 5, that's your working hour.
And then you don't balance.
Yeah, exactly. And then from 5 to wherever time you sleep, right? I can actually do the things that I want to do.
Yeah, you have the space.
Exactly, I have space, time, and the means. And I paint a lot of canvases during the 4 years there.
Is there a moment that makes you feel like this is it, I want to be an artist full time?
I think it's not only one day.
So it's not one day.
It's a gradual thing. Like every day when I walk to the office, do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? You know. So I always have time to question myself.
Right.
So it took me that long, that many years since the first time I picked up the brush again in 2010, and I quit the job in 2015.
So that's during the 5 years period.
Yeah.
Was it challenging for you to show your work?
The only challenging part is showing my work to my corporate side.
Friends.
Yes. So friends and whoever that is non-corporate friends, I'm so happy to show them,
Yeah.
But I would hide my identity from my corporate friends. So I have like 2 identities.
I see.
I don't even post anything about my art on my personal Facebook. I created a Facebook page to show the art in a personal Facebook.
And I know that before you come back to Malaysia from Germany, you actually hold a solo exhibition in Munich.
Correct.
So how does it feel like to show, like to invite everybody you know?
Yeah,
it's like in a foreign land.
That is actually quite memorable for me because I made the decision to come back to Malaysia, so I naturally have a lot of work that one thing is I hope I can sell them so that I don't carry that much come back, right? So I made the decision to finally let people know what I have been doing, especially the people that I know in Germany. They are already only my work friends because they are the people that I meet every day, so I cannot hide anymore. And if I make the decision to change, then I should show and tell people this is the real me. So I have to self-fund my solo exhibition. So at the end, when I invited my work colleagues, some of them was shocked or surprised to know that you didn't tell us that this is what you do. Why do you hide? You know, there's no point hiding. So it was very nerve-wracking for me, but it was very successful in my point of view. It was successful.
Do you manage to sell any art?
Yes, I do, and in fact, I sold a lot to my colleagues. My work colleagues.
It's like
over
giving
there.
a part of you to them. That's kind of meaningful.
That was now that I think of it, it's a very sweet memory.
So coming back to Malaysia and being a full-time artist, like we can see some of your art at the back. It's all very colorful.
Yes.
So how do you find your identity as a creator?
What happens is I naturally like vivid colors, so it's just I like that. But the thing is, if you see what I wear today, I'm always wearing black.
Yeah.
So this is actually already my personality, my identity. I'm very attracted to colors, but to put it on myself, I tend to be more reserved, so I wear black all the time, and I like black on me.
So there's kind of like the contrast. A lot of artists is like this. I notice like artists who love colors, like they don't necessarily like
wear the colors on their sleeves.
Yeah, correct. It's like the contrast between the external and the internal.
Correct. And that's the point where I realized that, hey, this is actually what I've always been painting, a shadow side of myself and how I view the world. So if you would notice, I always have a black cat in my work, and that black cat actually represents the shadow side of myself, and the external surrounding the black cat in my artwork is always colorful. This is something like my work is reflective of my life too.
So what's your source of inspiration?
Usually from do you call that retrospective, and also what I have learned in my journey of life, and sometimes just fun. Just something fun that I wish to translate into the canvas, so it will look quite whimsical, because of the color and the joy that I want to emit inside from my work. Sometimes it's a very thoughtful journey, so it depends. Certain words have different meaning.
I see. I think that's beautiful, because like when you do that, you actually create things that inspire people to do the same as well, to be retrospective, and then to see fun in life, because like a lot of time we forget to have fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so just now when we were talking, you mentioned that there were times as well when you lost your inspiration, where you're just in a space where you just felt like, I don't know what to create.
Yes.
So how do you deal with that block?
What I now learn after being in this journey for about 3 full-time years, that those blockage can be removed if we clear our mind. But how do we clear our mind? Can be as simple as a walk in the park, which I do every day, because I believe that the park, which is the natural, the ground and the earth, it actually grounds all the noises in my head. So if I just visualize with intention that I want to clear the blockage from my mind, I don't know what is this whole, like a cotton ball is blocking my head, right? I want to remove it and let our sweet Mother Earth and to take it into the ground and transform it to pure light or whatever. So it helps actually, this method, as well as meditation, because meditation, it helps to clear the mind too.
Yeah, I do that every day.
Yes,
and it's so important.
Me too.
I think it's more important than breakfast now.
Yes, I do agree with that. And also breathing, deep breathing. So that helps me to remove blockages.
I felt that the inner work is the most important thing, because unless you are grounded in who you are, what is true to you, you will be flowing everywhere.
Correct, we'll be influenced and drifted.
Because it's too noisy and too many signals. Everyone wants different things.
Exactly.
Everyone think different things. So you have to establish like what's real, what's important to me, and then let that guide ourselves.
Yeah, I think when we clear those things, our inspiration will slowly find its way back.
Yeah. I think sometimes the flux is good. The flux, and then like the emptiness, the void, because like when in the process of getting out of it, it's like we get a chance to rethink and redefine
recalibrate.
Yeah, so do you have any advice for anyone who is doing whatever, but they want to join and create a career or a life in creative industry?
I don't have like wise advice, the thing is,
from your experience, your own journey.
From my own journey, it's just do it. It's actually very simple.
Just do it.
Just do it, because you will make mistakes. You sometimes will suffer, and then if it's really your true journey, right, you go through that. in my 3rd year now as a full-time artist, I don't say that it's a bed of roses. It's actually, it can be very struggling sometimes.
Yeah.
But I wake up happy. I always felt that I wake up happier, more inspired than when I wasn't doing that thing that I need to do. Because when we are not doing what we want to do for ourselves, we will be doing other people's things for their life, for their dream. So if you're working for our bosses, then we are working for their dream. So I think working for our own dream, you wake up, you really feel driven and happy, and even if you have nothing planned for that day, you'll still be happier.
Oh, that's very well said. Very inspiring as well. It makes me feel like, I'm on this right path. Yeah, and I think one thing you mentioned, failure or mistake, is so important, because I feel like a lot of people has the tendency to avoid mistake, to avoid failure.
I did that too.
In fact, I felt that it's just part of life. It's as important as success, as like doing things right. It's just like another side of it.
It's easier said than done though. We have to make those mistakes sometimes, but it's very natural that we don't want to.
It's in our DNA, I would say.
Yeah, I guess so. It happens.
Risk averse, failure averse.
Correct.
But yeah, anyway, like as long as we don't attach, we are not attached.
Yes, that's the right word. If I make something wrong, I did something wrong, I have to let it go. Otherwise, it's this thing that comes heavy at my head again. So yes, we have to be detached with whatever failure that we have encountered or we have done.
Yeah, because everything come and go. That's the truth of life.
Yeah, I had my fair share of wrong decisions. I think it's not mistakes, it's just decisions that wasn't right for that time or that place. And then we make those decisions.
Alright. So along this journey, like besides mistake, so what's your proudest moment, or what are the things that you are most proud of?
I'm actually quite proud of where I am sitting now.
Let's talk about this place. By the way, this place is called Hatchery Place.
The Hatchery Place?
Yeah, the Hatchery Place is a space that Elaine and her partner Kevin started. It's a co-living and co-working space.
And I added another word, co-learning place as well.
Oh, which is beautiful. Yeah, because they hold a lot of events and then workshops here with I think you call them conscious creators who come here. So what's the vision for this place?
Okay, at first we wanted to, we escape our cubicle world, and we need a place to build our passion career. So we wanted to go to work every day, but no longer stuck in a traffic jam to the city, to the cold stone building, but we want to come to a place where we feel like our second home, but it supports what we do. So I have a studio upstairs, my painting studio, so I look forward to come to work every day, because I make it very colorful in a way that I like my to be surrounded by colors, and I have my cat here, and then the plants and everything. So I make the style like we really will.
You inspire yourself.
Yeah, it's inspiring, and we look forward to come here and create. So this is how we started that. But we have a huge space, and we have only 2 person, and Kevin is doing his woodwork. So what we did is we open up the space and share with other people, and we have extra rooms. So we will do co-living for others, conscious creative, who want to stay in this environment and work together with us at the same time. So we will inspire each other. We create one synergy here, and we have co-workers from the neighborhood folks who choose not to go to the cafe or other co-working spaces, and they like to be in the home style environment with us, so they can come from outside. And then the workshops we run in the weekends to actually make to enrich ourselves as well.
I felt that this is such a beautiful creation, because you create a space that sparks more creation.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually I call that my proudest baby right so far, because through this space I can create, and I don't need to be I don't need to stay in one corner of my house just to draw, but here I draw inspiration from the space and from the people here.
It reminds me of a word, abundance. You are creating more abundance.
Correct, because inspiration inspires more.
do you have any book that you recommend to like all your friends that you think like this book helps me a lot, you should read it too?
Yeah, I do. I had many books before, and I held one book long ago that I always take with me. But it has changed because my life journey has developed and changed and evolved. So right now I have one book here. I can show it.
Yeah.
It's a book that I you can see how it is like very dirty because I bring it with me
How
all
well
the time.
used it is.
Yeah, funnily, surprisingly, you wouldn't know that you don't just read the book and finish it.
Yeah.
How I use the book is I read it and finish it and I carry it with me all the time. Because
Like a charm.
Like exactly. It's just like a charm because
You can show it to the camera. What book
here
is
it is. It's called Possessed from Darkness to Light by a friend of mine whose name is Cordelia Lee. She's a Malaysian writer.
I see.
Yeah, and she's the one that also teach meditation to me. So whenever I have problem now, I would just flip back to whatever pages in the book and
so
see.
it's like a guidance, like a
something
life
that.
Bible.
Yeah, it's so funny, right? I use the book like that. But I guess you can use books like that, right?
I did.
You do,
Yeah,
I'm not the only
book.
weird one, right?
Yeah, for me, it's a book by Wayne Dyer called "Change Your Thought, Change Your Life."
Yes. I used to have that book
That is
like
such
that.
an important book.
Yeah. So I use book like that, like maybe at this point of my life now is this book. But I used to have several books that I carry with me like that.
So before we come to the last questions, how can the audience find your work and then connect with you?
Oh sure, please come to the Hatchery Place if you want to physically come and meet us here. Not only me, because we have also
The
a
creators
lot of,
here.
the creators, the conscious creators are here. They are like regulars here all the time, so you can always hang out here with me and check out my art studio where my
And the
work,
cat.
yeah, and the cat. And I also have Facebook. So you can search for Elaine Wong Art. That's my Facebook page, or my website elainewongart.com. So that's where I put my work.
Alright, we'll put out a link as well. Alright, so we come to the last questions. What is the impact that you want to make in this world?
Wow, impact.
Yeah.
It's a tough question too. I always feel that you don't really need to do like big impact, like the one that people can see, but you can actually be a torch of light among the darkness. So maybe what I want to achieve is when people know about my work, or they see my art, or they hear about the Hatchery Place, or they come here, they are, how to say, they are being shined with light. So this is just, you don't feel light, you don't feel the heat of the light, but you know when you can see things clearly. So this is just very subtle impact that I want to make in the world. Just
and you're already doing it.
I hope so.
So thank you, Elaine. Thank you so much. Because like just now before we start, you were mentioning that you were nervous and all that. But once you start talking about creation and what you're passionate about, you come alive.
Wow, I
and
didn't know.
that is already a light that can spark more light around you.
Wow.
So thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for listening to us this week. And we look forward to see you next week. Bye.
Bye.